Have you ever wondered why some books never made it into the Bible? Why certain writings whispered about in secret were buried under centuries of silence? Tonight, you and I are going to walk into one of those books, the Book of Enoch, but don't think this is just about dusty scrolls and forgotten words. No. What lies here is a portrait of Christ so mysterious, so terrifying, so unlike the gentle figure people imagine, that it forces us to question everything. Close your eyes for a moment and picture it. Ancient desert nights, stars burning cold and bright above the mountains of Israel. A man, Enoch, is taken up into visions, shown secrets no human was meant to see. And among those visions stands one figure, the Son of Man. Not just a title, not just a name, but a presence, burning with glory and judgment. The Book of Enoch paints Jesus not as the quiet teacher by the lake, but as the judge of heaven, the one who comes with 10,000 angels, his face brighter than the sun, his voice like thunder, rolling across eternity. And the question rises inside you even now. What if this is the Christ we've been warned about? What if the Book of Enoch reveals the side of him we were never ready to face? Stay with me. Don't click away, because as you listen, you'll feel it. The tension, the fear, the awe. This isn't just history. It's prophecy, it's revelation, it's a warning. And I promise by the end of this journey, you will never think of Jesus the same way again. Enoch calls him the chosen one, the anointed, the Son of Man who sits on the throne of glory. But that throne is not a chair of comfort. It is a place of fire, where judgment flows like rivers, where nations tremble, where kings fall silent. Imagine that scene with me. Thrones set, books opened, the world summoned before the Son of Man. And here is the part that grips the soul. This Jesus is not coming to negotiate. He is not coming to compromise. He is coming to separate light from darkness, the faithful from the corrupt, the righteous from the wicked. The gentle hands that once healed the blind now hold the scales of eternity. You see, the Book of Enoch forces us to confront the Christ no one wants to talk about. The Christ who terrifies, the Christ who burns, the Christ who demands an answer. And maybe, just maybe, that's why this book was hidden. But you, yes you, listening right now, you've been drawn here for a reason. To hear what others ignored, to face what others feared. And as this story unfolds, you'll realize something haunting. The prophecies of Enoch are not just about the past. They're about now, about us, about the choice you and I must make before that throne of fire. So lean in, turn up the volume, let your heart pound with the music, because this is only the beginning. And if you dare to keep watching, you're going to discover the lost revelations of Christ in the Book of Enoch, and they will change the way you see him forever. Do you feel that chill running through your body? That's not just the music, not just the words. It's the weight of prophecy pressing against your chest. Because now, we go deeper. Enoch's visions open like a door, and on the other side stands a figure the world was not ready for, the Son of Man. Enoch describes him seated on a throne of glory, surrounded by rivers of fire, attended by countless angels. Imagine that scene. A throne high above the earth, lightning flashing around it, voices of angels rising like waves in a storm. And in the center sits the one who holds the fate of every soul. Think about it. This book was written long before Jesus walked the dusty roads of Galilee, and yet Enoch saw him. Enoch saw a Messiah crowned not in thorns, but in light, a Son of Man who comes to judge the kings of the earth, who shatters the mighty and lifts the humble. Can you feel it? This is not the Jesus of children's books, softly smiling in paintings. This is the Christ of judgment, the terrifying glory that no mortal eye can endure. His face is radiant, his eyes burn with justice, and his words cut sharper than any sword. And here's the part that makes you lean closer to the screen. Enoch doesn't just call him the Son of Man. He calls him the Chosen One, the Righteous One, the Eternal King. Titles that echo through the New Testament centuries later. Did you hear that? Centuries before Christ was born, Enoch's visions were already speaking of him. Let me ask you, what does that mean for us? If Enoch saw the Messiah coming in fire, does that mean his return will not be gentle but fierce? Does it mean the final face of Jesus is not the lamb but the lion? Stay with me. Don't look away now, because this is where the revelation sharpens. Enoch says the nations will tremble before him. The kings of the earth will try to hide. The proud will be silenced, and only those written in the book of life will stand. Picture it, billions gathered before the throne, time itself dissolving, and the Son of Man separating the righteous from the wicked. His voice calls out names, some with mercy, others with terror. Imagine your name being spoken in that silence. What would it sound like? And here's something the book of Enoch whispers that the world tries to ignore. Christ does not belong to us. He does not fit our preferences. He is not shaped by culture or opinion. He is eternal, unshakable, and terrifyingly holy. And you, right now, watching this video, yes, you, must decide how you will face him. That's why this matters. Because these are not just old prophecies. These are warnings. They are a cinematic preview of the future. And like every great film, the climax is already written. The Son of Man returns in power. So lean closer. Listen carefully. Because the revelations still to come are darker, deeper, and more shocking than anything you've heard. And if you dare to continue, you'll uncover truths about Christ that may haunt you, but may also save you. Before we turn the page, let me ask you, what do you think of when you hear the words Son of Man? Drop your answer in the comments below, because this isn't just my story to tell. It's yours to wrestle with. Let's see how many of us are truly ready for the revelations that await. Do you hear it? The silence before the storm, that uneasy stillness when you know something unstoppable is about to break through. That's the tension Enoch felt as he looked upon the visions of the Son of Man. Because now, the story turns darker. It shifts from mystery to judgment, and every word begins to cut like fire. The book of Enoch shows us a courtroom, not like the ones you and I know, filled with lawyers and wooden benches. This courtroom is cosmic. Thrones of light stretch into infinity. Rivers of fire flow beneath them. And in the center sits the Son of Man, with eyes that see everything. No excuses, no hiding, no escape. Think about that for a moment. How many secrets do you keep locked away in your life? How many mistakes do you pray no one ever discovers? Enoch reveals that in this judgment, even the thoughts of the heart are laid bare. The Son of Man judges not just what we've done, but what we've dreamed, desired, and hidden. And here's the part that grips you like a hand on your throat. The mighty ones, the kings of the earth, the rulers who built empires, they crumble like dust in front of him. Their armies mean nothing. Their gold vanishes. Their words dry up in their throats. Before the Son of Man, all that remains is truth. Do you feel it yet? The weight? The realization that this judgment isn't just for them, it's for us. For you. For me. This isn't some ancient drama locked away in a scroll. This is a prophecy rushing toward our time like a tidal wave. Enoch says the righteous will shine like light, lifted up into glory. But the wicked will be cast into darkness, swallowed by fire, erased from memory. And in that moment, there is no middle ground, no second chance, only the verdict of the Son of Man. Pause with me here. Imagine your name being spoken in that court. Imagine the silence of billions as the judge looks at you. Would his eyes blaze with welcome or with wrath? That is the terror Enoch lays before us. And maybe, just maybe, that's why his book was buried, hidden away, locked out of the canon. Because it doesn't just comfort, it confronts. But here's the strange beauty in the terror. The same Christ who judges is also the one who redeems. The hands that carry the scales of eternity are the same hands that once carried a cross. And if that doesn't make your heart tremble, then nothing will. Think about the paradox. Enoch saw him before Bethlehem, before Calvary, before the empty tomb. He saw Christ in his final form. the judge of all the earth. Which means that every story we read in the Gospels is a glimpse, a shadow of the full reality that is coming. And that raises a haunting question for you right now. Are you living for the Christ of the paintings or the Christ of the throne? Because only one of them is returning. This is why we cannot look away. Why you must stay until the end of this video. Because what comes next will take you even deeper into the visions of Enoch, deeper into the mystery of the Messiah no one dares to describe. But before we turn the page, let me ask you to do something simple yet powerful. If this has stirred something inside you, a question, a fear, even a spark of curiosity, leave a comment below. Write the word "ready" if you're still here, still watching, still willing to face what Enoch saw. Because only the brave will make it to the end of this revelation. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, not tomorrow, not later, now. Because the next chapter is the darkest yet. And trust me, you won't want to face it alone. This is it. The final descent into the shadows of Enoch's visions. If you've stayed with me until now, it means you're not afraid of the truth. It means you're ready to face what most would rather bury. And in this last revelation, the book of Enoch does not whisper, it thunders. The Son of Man rises as the center of all creation. Every star, every kingdom, every life bends before him. Enoch describes a throne wrapped in flame, a river of fire pouring forth, consuming all corruption. And the nations stand in silence, because no voice can speak against him. Imagine it, a courtroom where eternity itself is the witness. But here is the terrifying beauty. Enoch sees Christ not only as judge, but as the eternal bridge between heaven and earth. The chosen one, hidden before creation, revealed in the last days as the one who holds destiny in his hands. Can you feel the weight of that? The one who walked among fishermen and tax collectors is the same one who commands the armies of heaven. Pause. Breathe. Let that sink in. Because here is where the story turns personal. Enoch says the righteous will rejoice in his presence, but the wicked will be terrified. His light will either be your covering or your exposure. His fire will either purify or destroy, and the question presses against you now. Which side will you stand on? You see, this is not just about prophecy. It is about choice, your choice. Because whether you believe or not, whether you're ready or not, the Son of Man is coming. His throne is set, his judgment is sure, and his face, that mysterious portrait painted in Enoch's visions, is waiting for you. Do you understand now why this book was hidden, why its pages were left to gather dust? Because it refuses to let us escape the reality of Christ's return. It pulls back the curtain, forcing us to look at the King in his full, terrifying glory. Not just Savior, not just friend, but Judge, eternal, unstoppable, holy. And maybe that's exactly what you needed to hear tonight. Not another soft story, not another empty comfort, but the truth, raw, burning, undeniable. So here's my question for you right now. After hearing the revelations of Enoch, after seeing the portrait of Christ he painted, what will you do? Will you hide, like the kings and rulers who trembled? Or will you stand, like the righteous who shine with his light? Drop your answer in the comments. Share this video with someone who dares to confront the mystery of Christ. And if your heart is pounding, if your mind is racing, if you feel the fire of this truth pressing against your soul, don't leave without subscribing. Because here in Infernum, we walk where others fear to go. We uncover the secrets the world tries to bury, and together we face the abyss. The Book of Enoch has given us its final revelation. Jesus Christ, the Son of Man, the Judge of all, the fire and the glory. His portrait is terrifying, his presence is overwhelming, and yet his invitation still stands. The abyss has spoken. The revelations are no longer lost. The only question left is this: are you ready?